Hello everybody, I am Mindy McDaniel and welcome back to Critical Point, episode 22. And when we left off, yet another person had been killed, and now I might too be a suspect, and I'm just left the scene of the crime, so let's go. I thought about what to do as I left the scene. Suspicious atmosphere was already thick within the base. I had to avoid any useless actions. That would be giving the assailant what he wanted. Finding the culprit was all that I could do. Still, we were holding a very weak hand. Clearly not my robot hand at all. Ong! I gave a huge stretch as I tried to shrug off the weight I felt pressing down on me. I knew the futility, but I had to do something. Well, now what? Go to see Elise or go to Carla's office? Survey says I go to Carla's office. Maybe she's stressed out and needs a good banging. First, I'll check in with Carla. She might have a good plan of resistance plotted out, or she might be naked. I hurried to the commander's ready room and hoped she was ready for me. I arrived in front of Carla's compartment. Colonel, sir, are you in? More importantly, can I be in? You, eh? The monitor lamp came on. I will. The door opened as Carla responded. Good timing. Is she naked, eh? She couldn't mean she isn't wanting sex, is she? God, I hope so. Third time's the charm, Carla. Let's do this. Oh, darn, you're dressed, aren't you? Carla was in her uniform and sitting at the other end of the room. I was secretly relieved. No, I wasn't, but just a bit disappointed. Very disappointed. Colonel Benedict, what did you mean by good timing? I pulled out a chair and sat down. Are you proposing three-way? Because I think Elise would be into that, and even if she's not, she's an android. I can just order her to do what I want her to, eh? Three-way, finally? I'm sorry, I couldn't catch our saboteur fast enough. And what did the High Command have to say? Good! More people to have sex with! They might question my ability, but anything was better than our present situation. Oh, are they all dudes? Is that the problem? Carla sighed as she replied, "'Cause that rhymes." What could be wrong? Did she have to take responsibility for the situation? No, she wouldn't give up that easily. Carla folded her fingers downwards as she ticked off the necessary shuttles. I found it somewhat captivating as I followed the movements of her fingers, imagining those fingers were moving on my dick. There is no flight wing that large in the area. They need prep time. Carla's fingertips fiddled nervously. They can't afford to agitate the other camps? Carla nodded in acknowledgement. There were presently 4 blocks holding most of the power. Each camp was fighting with the others over something. Overall, though, they made a show of keeping the peace. They tried to keep up appearances so that things remained quiet. 10 days? That's almost a week! Give me a break. We may all be dead by then.
あまり良くないって言ったでしょ。
No, it's not good at all. Carla smiled sarcastically. Bitch. So, in other words, we have to do something on our own.
そう。相手の最終目的が何かはわからないけれど、阻止できなければ生きては帰れないでしょうね。
Carla and I exchanged the information we had, but it didn't get us very far, so we took our clothes off and had sex, right? No. Our adversary was running amok, leaving almost no trace. This wasn't the work of an amateur.
ソンダイク少尉からのレポートについては、私と同じレベルで閲覧できるよう手配しておくわ。
That would help.
それと、場合によっては月面車の使用許可の手配もね。
And do what with it exactly? My stomach growled as I nodded. I was really hungry, apparently. Now that I thought about it, I had rushed out just as I was getting ready to eat something. I hadn't had anything to eat since then either.
あら?
I grinned sheepishly at her this time. I'll go back to my room and do something about my empty stomach. An army marches on its stomach, after all.
食事くらいここでも。
Are you offering me your sweet tasty pussy? She said that as if it had just occurred to her.
そうか。あなたの報告では食材に薬物が混入している恐れがあるんだったわね。
Oh, you read my report, you sweetie. I intend to only eat sea rations from now on. I think you should too.
そうね。そうするわ。
Right. I might not always be at your side, ready to shoot.
バカね。
Yeah, you love it. Carla laughed. If you'll excuse me then. Excuse me.
大住みたい。
Yes, what is it? I turned around as she called to me on my way out. Was there something else?
敵の目標は技術部員だから、技術顧問として来たあなたが狙われる可能性は高いわ。十分注意するのよ。
I'll do that.
護衛をつけさせましょうか。
I'm alright. That would just slow me down. I left a worried Carla behind me and returned to my room. Just as Carla had said, I really was in danger. After all, I was the technical officer who had solved the base's hardware problems in the blink of an eye. I could be targeted at any moment. It was becoming more and more likely that I'd have to play my trump card. I powered up the sensor built into my artificial arm. I couldn't do what Elise does, but I could detect the heat of a human body or movement behind a door. It would automatically alert me of any potential danger. At the very least, I wouldn't meet our adversary and take a hit from being caught off guard. As long as I have my right arm, I'll have a weapon, even if I'm caught bare-handed.
サンプル 127B
You fucking dots. Fucking dots! Dots!
混入物 SiO2 49.05% AL2O3 16.74% 玄武岩と確認除外
More fucking dots. And still more dots. Hey, have you seen the dots? They're amazing.
混入物アルファアミノ酸動物性タンパク多糖類 N アセチルグルコサミン黒ゴキブリの破片と推定除外
Rico wasn't there when I returned to my room. That girl is really lacking in areas other than her expertise. I hope she's keeping in mind what I told her. I was worried. Just then, I heard a thump outside my door. What the? I heard a familiar voice come from the speaker.
篠塚玲子伍長です
Looks like she wasn't staying put. That little... I opened the door to see Rico flashing her panties as usual. She was carrying a box containing plastic bags and cans. Did she go get those for me?
ご要望のシーレーションです。
Good work. Whoa. Hold on. Good work. Whoa. Accent. You were bad enough already. You just went away. But you really didn't have to do that. It's dangerous out there.
はい。
That's odd. She doesn't seem too lively. Her eyes aren't sparkling like they always do either. At any rate, I picked up the sea rations she had spilled and ushered Rico into my room. What's the matter? You don't seem like your usual self at all, Rico. Suddenly, Rico's face crumpled like a soggy tissue. Oh, stop crying, you baby. Rico suddenly burst into tears. She had snot running out of her nose too. It was really gross. I'm glad I never had sex with her. Yeah, no, I could still have sex with her. Just clean yourself up a bit, Rico. We'll do this. Don't worry about it. Sigh. She's still such a kid. I took out my handkerchief and wiped her nose. Really? That's how you say sniff in Japanese? Really? Hey! I can't understand you when you're crying.
Hi.
Oh. What the hell was that? Rico blew her nose into my handkerchief after I handed it to her.
私これからは今までみたいに大のお世話できなくなるかもなんです。
Oh, that's a shame. What did you say? What's happened now?
CIC 勤務のローテーションに入る命令が来ちゃいました。私、嫌です。
Oh, pull yourself together, Jesus! I see. So that's what it is. It's strange that she hadn't been ordered there up until now. Still, even if she didn't want to go... It's alright, I'm used to the layout now. I'll call you if I need anything. Don't worry!
そうじゃないです。私は私が大のお世話をできなくなるのが嫌なんです。
Oh brother, what a mess. She's such a kid. Listen up. This base is in a dangerous situation. We can't put our personal desires before our duties.
そんなことくらいわかってます。
Really? You say that and yet, you're acting this way. What the hell? With that, she puffed her cheeks out just like a blowfish. If you understand already, then do as you're ordered.
はーい。
She still looked pretty disgruntled. Right, you might be green, but you're still a soldier.
はーい。
Just like scolding a little kid. Next came the spankings, and I enjoyed that part of the discussion. You won't be a real woman until you can accept that. The moment I said this, Rico's eyes glowed brightly once again.
いい女になれば雇ぎができるんですよね。そうですよね。
Okay, desperation is never sexy, Rico. Lesson 1 of being a real woman. Sure.
わかりました。篠塚玲子伍長、頑張ります。
You better! Rico saluted me smartly. However, at this rate, would she ever become a real woman? As I wondered about this, I felt the pangs of hunger. I better hurry up and get to work on those sea rations. They're not gonna eat themselves, you know. I grabbed a pack from the pile before me and ripped it open. D set, beef stew and crackers, margarine and marmalade, jam, instant coffee along with cigarettes and toilet paper. The stew heated up when you broke the bottom seal, providing you with a hot meal. A warning was written across the top of the package. If in danger of infrared detection, do not heat. Air quotes. Well, there's no danger of infrared detection in my own room, so I opened the seal. To make the instant coffee, hot water was needed, but the water might also be drugged. I'll hold off on the coffee until I hear Lisa's report. There was a no smoking, no polluting mark on the cigarettes. How thoughtful for soldiers who didn't know if they'd even be alive the next day. You're a dick, Rations. While I was reading that, steam began rising from the stew. It must be done. I opened each package and gulped down its contents. It was a taste one could bear if there were no restaurants or fast food around. It was a bit salty, though. That was about what you needed if you were doing heavy work. Still, it was a lot better than I'd had in the past. Even tolerable if you were starving as I was. After my first pack, I slowed down. Just then, the terminal signaled me.
あら、ごめんなさい。食事中だったの？
Of course I was. That's what I told you I was going to do. Did you think I was going to go do something else, like masturbate? Well, I've already done that, and now I'm eating. What do you want? Carla teased me. It's okay, don't worry about it. Any new information? At my inquiry, Carla lowered her tone and sighed.
ええ、悪い方だけど。
Not more bad news! Another murder?
今度は医療室で襲われたの。
Sickbay? Why there? I was worried about sickbay. The analysis equipment Elise said she was going to use was in there. Could that have been the target?
幸い技術要員はいなかったし、死人も出ていないわ。
Oh, what do you mean?
被害者は負傷した同僚を運び込んだコマンドよ。医療室に入った途端、後頭部を直撃されて気を失ったっていうの。ただ不思議なのは、犯人が負傷者を自動治療器にかけて治療していったことね。
I see. I think I had a pretty good idea what had happened. Colonel, was it Nim who was attacked?
ええ、ニムセクレター上等兵よ。知っているの？
No, not really. I was thinking of having sex with her, if it's alright with you. The location and timing, no doubt about it. I chuckled with relief.
何がおかしいの？
Oh, nothing, just thinking of titties. Oh, nothing, I'm sorry. That wasn't the work of our saboteur, though. It was the EL working under my orders. Of course, that had to be it. Elise was using the sickbay analysis equipment, and the commander going in for treatment unfortunately met up with her. Elise realized the commander was coming and knocked Nim out so she wouldn't be noticed. Before leaving, Elise had set up the treatment for the wounded commando. Of course, I identified Elise by her development code, EL, in case our transmission was being monitored. Carla caught on to my code very quickly too.
EL？ でも彼女は。ああ、なるほど。そうなの。
That's right.
それで安心したわ。頑張ってね。
You too! It was lovely being inside of you those 2 times that we did it. Perhaps we can do it again in the future, eh? Carla cut the transmission with a smile. Ah, the bitch. At about the same time, I heard the sound of the compartment door opening and closing. I hadn't activated the door mechanism and there was nothing on the monitor. Alright, I think I'm gonna cut it here. Actually, hold on. 2 seconds. Nope. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it here. And we're gonna find out who had activated the door mechanism in the next episode. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. I am Indy McDaniel. Until the next one, see yous.